我感觉最近美国的项目都很少哈，包括设计的也不多。你说什么原因？是那个关税这块的影响？
那个，好像是询盘也很少。
询盘少，是那个美国的那广告也降低了，但是以前那些老客户呢，各种各样的这老客户这些的，
我这边的老客户都在做，
是谁呢？就是除了 GMT 以外，还有一些
比如说阿卡斯啊，比如说那个卡特，只不过他们项目都是在下半年。他做那个忍者，没有场地已经弄好了，他只是因为他贷款还没有完全下来，但是他都是在下半年。
这种情况
啊，
有些人是贷款，
对对，有些人是贷款。
问他们好吗？那个谁的，你把他们请回了。
对，我已经跟他说了。他说了几分钟。进的对的吧？DDX。约翰本来2月份说要做的，那个到现在场地还没弄好。他说要上。
有一次他跟我说过，他说 他那个现在这个场地，那个没没拿下来，对吧？
对对对，然后那上一次都给他开过会了，然后什么的，然后上2个礼拜问他，他说
陈先生你联系过？
联系过啊，他项目是
他原来想
年底
做的那个，原来想做那场地，他后来签了吗？
还没有，他要到年底，已经问过了。
他到年底才签了还是怎么着？
他说到年底场地的图纸才能拿到，然后才能发给我们的设计。
他现在场地怎么样？经营怎么样？那个
经营的还可以，就是有一些东西坏了，然后有一些呢，我跟小芳说的，就是我们不是有第二批要去那个美国仓库的货嘛，然后赔他一个大炮什么的，然后放在集装箱里面。
大炮子，
它整个下面那个底盘都脱焊了一样，应该是判断应该是没有焊好，当时就我们做的软包大座炮。那个底座，然后本来想在美国那边解决的，然后说解决不了，那我也不可能给他发个底盘过去，没意义。
这个你要在这个什么维修那些群里反映吗？
对，我让那个小芳问题都发，因为他应该发出来的，我记得发在那个项目群里面。
Hello, Ahmed.
Hello, hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, I'm all right, thank you.
You're in a car?
I'm in a car, yeah, sorry, that's why I couldn't join. I was trying to get to the car. It's a
Yeah.
bit noisy outside.
Okay. Okay. So you're just
Yes,
taking the
yes, yes.
meeting in the car, not driving.
Just 1 second, 1 second there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just 1 second.
Okay. No problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you?
Good. Good. And
Excellent.
how?
Thank you. Thank you.
It's
Thank you so much.
yeah. So is your colleague also going to join us, or it will be just you?
No, because it's the weekend here today. First day of the weekend today.
Ah, okay. I thought it's only the in Saudi Arabia they take the weekend on Friday and Saturday.
No, we take in Qatar also. We take weekend Friday.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see.
Yeah,
I
it's
see.
only in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, they change it to
Yeah,
Saturday and Sunday.
yeah. Okay. Okay. And
Yes, yes.
thank you for joining the meeting with us, taking
No
your
problem,
time
no
for the
problem.
weekend. Yeah.
No problem, no problem. Yeah,
So
so, yes.
I understand that you have a very tight schedule of the project, and we also want to move as fast as we can. But I will also want to make sure that I think it's also good for you before you make any decision, and you really understand you're going to get from this project, both from the design service and the products and the constructions following that.
Okay.
So yeah, so first of all, it's kind of a surprise and confused us that you're seeing that our quote is very high at this moment. The reason is that actually what we have given to you is just as a design company, not as a product company that is going to manufacture everything. It's just from a design company that
Okay.
estimated these products and the construction for you at such a very early stage. That's why we didn't even calculate a quote. We said in the document we mentioned that it's just like a budget estimate. So what are you? I'm curious what you're comparing with this estimate with other companies. They have given you something like a final quote.
No. It's still all budgetary quotes.
Yes.
Yes, but we do have final quotes for different things that
Uh-huh.
because this project has been delayed by other people, but we have the data, we have information. So we know if for different things how much they cost.
Yeah.
And if you were to combine all of them together, we
Yeah.
know approximately
Yeah.
where you will land, you know?
Okay.
Yes.
So you mean
So
for some of the products that's included in our design,
yes,
you got a quote from other suppliers, so you compared this quote with our estimate. Is it correct?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
then
yes.
if that's your concern, let's go through our budget one item by one item, and please just let us know what is significantly higher than the quote you get from other suppliers, and we will see if we can come.
I'll give you. Yeah, I see. The easiest one.
Yes.
You see, Edward. The easiest one will be the bowling, for example.
Oh, boarding. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got a quote from flying boarding on that?
So we have, for example, we have quotations from almost all the bowling suppliers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have provided us with quotations. Almost
Okay.
all of them. Okay.
Okay.
And we can easily look at it this way. We can go and buy those equipments and just install the bowling
Yes.
and then work on the design of the remaining area. You see? And probably that will come out much lower
Okay.
as a cost
I have
compared
an-
to
let
what
me
we
tell
have.
you the plan and confirm you one thing first to make sure that there is no misunderstanding. The prices we have included in this budgetary estimate is not, it doesn't mean that you will buy these products from Finlandia. We don't even want to take the responsibility of selling you all of these products. If you don't insist, we would prefer to you working directly with your preferred suppliers of these different products. We have just included it as an information we can share with you at this moment. And such information is all based on our previous communication with different suppliers of different products. The only thing that we can calculate for ourselves is playground, road courses, these products that are manufactured by Finlandia. With these products, we can calculate quite accurately. But something like the bowling, we talked with flying bowling, the bowling manufacturer you mentioned. We explained to them there will be 18 lanes in the bowling. And then based on our draft drawing, they gave us such a quote. We didn't even add anything to the quote. We only added some base construction cost to these bowling lanes to make sure that the final quote, the final cost can actually cover everything. You see, our main objective at this moment is to give you a reasonable expectation about the cost of your project. If you really think that this estimated cost is way too higher than the budget you will have for this project, it's simple. Just share with us your budget, and in the next step of the design, next phase of the design, we can guarantee you that we will design everything to include everything, all of the cost within your budget. We'll make sure that it does not exceed your budget. That's what we have been doing with a lot of customers.
So you see, let me 1 second. I'm just opening my file here.
Do you want me to start screen sharing? I can share screen now.
Yes, please. If you can share the screen, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, give me a second. Okay. I'll pull out well, let's first see this one, the estimate, budget estimate. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So which part you'd like to review first? The bowling FEC or some specific product?
So, because if you take, because your bowling costing has been done on 18 lanes,
Yes.
although we are reducing it to 16 lanes, yeah, as per my feedback to Amy, we will reduce the
correct.
Okay.
2 lanes, will be cut out to create a VIP room.
Mhm.
So if you were to make it a 16 lane in,
Yes. Yeah, of course, we can make such adjustment easily.
no, I'm just checking in terms of roughly.
Yes.
So I have here, okay, what is the number you have in your quote for the bowling lanes?
18 lanes. There are 18
Yeah,
lanes.
18 lanes. See, you've got $500,000.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that, yes. And that's, as I have explained, that's a quote we got from Flying Bowling. And you said that you got quote
Yeah,
from
but
other boarding
Edward, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised.
Wait, okay. Hello, Ahmed? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Because a bowling lane includes.
Hello? 掉线了，
掉线了。
你跟他说一下。Hello, Ahmed?
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I got disconnected. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So
you were
you
saying
have
that
you have
yeah, you were
you have
saying
half
that
a million there.
Right.
Yes. Which works out to
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. You can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, it's just
Yes, yes.
not reliable, not stable, the connection.
Yes, because I was coming out of a basement. So
Yeah.
I was saying in terms of the just the bowling lanes,
Uh-huh.
based on all, we received quotations from 3 companies in China
Okay.
Okay.
and 2 other companies, one from Turkey, one from Dubai, which they are American, Brunswick.
You're talking you're talking about the bowling, right? So you
Yeah, I'm
received
talking about the
3
bowling only.
quotations.
Yes,
One from China, one from Turkey.
3. No, 3 from China,
Uh-huh.
1 from Turkey, and 1 from Dubai. The Dubai
Okay.
one is the American one.
Okay. And their
So
price is lower. You said much lower than flying bowling's price.
no, even including the 3 Chinese include flying bowling.
Okay. So what was
And
the quote they gave to you?
sorry,
So what was the quote flying bowling gave to you?
it will be nearly half the price you have there.
Half the price.
You're sure?
Yes. Yes.
And is it also for 18 lanes? But do
Yeah,
they
no,
really?
Edward, usually it goes by the number of lanes. It should get cheaper because we have a quote for 10 and 12 lanes. So, but the cost per lane. The cost per lane is including accessories is less than $20,000. It's around
Okay.
$17,500 because a lane alone, normal lane without options, will be around $16,000.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then when you add on, yeah. So I don't know how
Ahmed.
we got to $500,000.
Okay, Ahmed. Let me tell you this way. So what I can guarantee you, and if you trust my honesty, what I can guarantee you is that all we got this quote, the way we calculated this price is that we got the quote from Flying Bowling 2. And then we only added 10% as a base construction cost to that because you know there will be base construction to put this in the place. And then because we didn't even want to, we didn't even intend to buy this product for you to make any profit. We wanted you just to work with Flying Bowling directly, including any other suppliers in this project that are involved. So
Because
we
we have
we
have
the,
yes.
we did this job only to create a reasonable budget for you based on our best knowledge. And but the fact that you shared with me that the quote you got from them is way, way lower than this, we will find out.
Not only from flying bowling. I have quotes
Yes.
even at $13,000 and $14,000 on bowling lanes from China, because you have Red Sun Bowling. You
Yeah,
have
that's
you
another
have
company.
another company. You have Sushida.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with this one, but yes, rising bowling, I heard of that name. Yes.
Yes. Another one, Sushida. I think they also sometimes they operate under Supreme Bowling, something like this.
Okay.
But we received many quotes because this project was going on, Edward, for a long time. It was
Yeah.
not managed properly. That's why we lost time.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay,
But
Ahmad.
we have
Yeah.
we have a lot of information. We have a lot of data in house. When we add everything together, based on the information we have, we make a budget and the estimated cost.
Yes.
And it's important from our side.
Yes.
We get the right quality, but at the right price also.
Yes, of course. I understand that the price is important for you, for any customer, but please understand that at this point, we are not first. I want to make two statements. First, we are not able to calculate the price accurately at this point. There's only these concept designs. And the second is that we are not even going to sell these products for you. It's our goal is to first be the design company that design the projects for you, which include the layout, the interior designs, and of course also the design of Finlandia's product. And then in the next step, normally with most other customers we work with, they would separate the process into two. First is the design process. And once the design is completed, and they will take the design from the design company to look in and along with the details of the products being included to get a quote from different companies, different suppliers, and then compare the quote from different suppliers before they make a decision. That's a normal process. And now I feel that you are holding us responsible for this quote, but it's not normal and it's not fair for us because we got the supplier of these products. Do you want us to supply these? Do you want the design company to include everything in their quote later for you to buy through the design company or not?
No, because remember we spoke when we spoke, Edward, you mentioned that you can be a turnkey solution provider.
Yes.
So so we have requested a proposal from you on that basis as a turnkey solution. That's why we asked, give us your proposal, because look, we want to make a decision and move forward. I don't have an issue to work with you and do the design with you. I don't have an issue. Also, we have proposals which is lower than yours, and I mentioned to Amy for the design, but it is not a big impact. I am not worried about $5,000, $10,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for such a large project, it's nothing.
Yes, I am not worried exactly because I have offer from Dubai for design. You know a company called ASI. Maybe you dealt with them also before. ASI.
Yeah, I know ASI.
Yes, they also gave us their proposal for the design and their concept. Yep, for both the FEC and also for but we did not select them. And and it's not because of because the important thing for us is the speed. We want to move fast. We would have worked with them, but their program is taking long time. We cannot wait. To go according to their project timeline. We cannot. So for that reason, we have not included them in the second round of selection.
Yeah.
We have taken them out. But
Yeah.
see, on the design side, I don't have a problem. But my problem is on the full project cost. If we come to you as a
Yeah.
turnkey solution, and if we are looking at prices at this level, it will not work.
Okay. So first of
Yes.
all, Ahmed, let me address your concern about the bowling alley. We promise you that we will look into this and tell you what's the reason why there's such big difference in the price immediately. I'm gonna make a phone call to the owner of Flying Bowling. I'm quite familiar with him, and ask him the same question you asked me, because I'm not the expert about bowling, the cost of bowling. Is that okay? And if you feel that, if you trust more of other bowling companies, or if you prefer to working with these
No, we
flying,
haven't decided. No, we haven't decided. We mentioned flying only to you, but we haven't decided. We haven't decided.
yes,
We haven't decided which one to work with. We have, as I mentioned, we have proposals from 3 Chinese companies for
yes,
bowling.
yes,
We have proposal from Turkey, and we have proposal from American.
yes. I
Yes.
think
So
that,
we haven't made. Yeah, we haven't made a decision yet which one to
okay,
work with.
okay. So
Yes.
first of all, Ahmed, we will give you an answer about what's the reason of such a big difference of the quote for the bowling, okay, shortly. After our talk, we will find out and let you know. Is that okay?
Sure. No problem. No
And,
problem.
and then second is that for a product of such complexity and such scale, I strongly suggest you to make some visits of different suppliers in the next phase of the work. I mean, no matter who you choose to do the design, you don't have to rely on the information from the design company in choosing the supplier. Of course, I know that you expect the design company to give you a turnkey solution, and for that I can guarantee you. But I don't want you to feel that you have to rely on information from Finlandia on the choices of these different suppliers. I want you as a customer to make your own informed decision about these choices of the suppliers. So I suggest you that in the next phase of the work, make a visit to the suppliers both in China or in America, and maybe they have some projects in the Middle East, then you can make a visit. And then by that time, when you understand these different suppliers, and then you can compare the prices based on the design in details, compare their offers in details. It's all your decision as a customer, not as not for us or for any design company's decision to make. But we
Yeah.
can
Edward,
guarantee you that
from our side,
yes,
the last 2 months, I have been moving around to at many FECs. I went to Uzbekistan also.
okay.
I
Did you visit
saw FEC.
Jordan, by the way, in
I went to
Uzbekistan?
Uzbekistan. I went to Saudi. I went to Dubai. I went to Kuwait.
Okay,
Uh, we have seen
okay,
many, yes, many FECs in the market.
okay,
Okay, and from uh, from the current situation,
yeah,
we need to make a decision on the company we will work with to do the design. We
yes,
need to make a decision if that's going to be a turnkey or it's only going to be a design scope
yeah,
only,
yeah,
only
yeah,
design.
yeah,
And we also need to look at then we will work on the implementation plan once the design is done, how
yes,
to move forward, because I need to have the bowling up and running by the end of the year.
yeah.
I have a deadline. I
That's
cannot
gonna be open
cross.
before the FEC, right?
I cannot cross. And the FEC, we need to have the FEC also done in phases,
Yeah.
because FEC, it cannot be done all in one phase until next year. We have to
Okay.
have something, and the idea we have is for the food area and for the soft play area
Okay.
to be done first, because the other teenagers will have the bowling area.
Yeah.
So we will have a product available in the mall. Then we can take our time to finish the remaining
Okay. That sounds like a
area.
reasonable plan. Yes. That's
Yeah,
a reason.
we do. Yes, we do bowling, and we do the food area with the stage, and we do the soft play area.
Yes.
So
And
once we are done with these can be done and by the end of this year, so we can have that FEC open.
okay. Ahmed,
Yes, and then
I totally understand your decision-making process now. And then, I think you should just focus at this moment on the design capabilities and expertise of the design company for now. And just like you said, once the design is completed, you have enough time to choose the suppliers for different design areas, the products in different design areas. And what we can guarantee you is that in this process, if we've been contract as a design supplier to you, we will be always transparent and honest with you on everything. Like I said, concern what's the cost of the bowling alley? Why is it so different from the quote you got? We will address your concern. We will give you
no, but
the
let me,
answer.
Edward, let me clarify on the bowling side.
Yes,
If I compare the Turkish and I compare the three proposals from
yes,
China,
yeah.
they are all almost at the same level.
Okay,
Only the American is
yeah,
more expensive,
okay.
because the American is costing around 35,000 per lane.
Yes,
But as for the all the bowling lanes from China, they are coming in at the same level, between 14,500 to 17,000,
okay,
including the options, maybe 17,500 if you take extra options.
yes.
But yes, but it all
I
depends.
understand your point. Yes,
But the price you've indicated is completely different from all of these other three proposals.
okay. Okay, just as I promised, after we hung up the call, we will talk with the flying bowling. We will ask their
Yes.
boss to help us explain what's the reason. We will find out the answer for you.
Okay.
And
Because
then,
yes,
yeah, and then I understand that if you have other concern, questions about other area, any part of the quote you see significantly higher than other quote you get, please just tell me now. We will also find out, let you know. And one thing, hello, Ahmed.
Edward, let me. Sorry,
Yes.
I'm seated now. Sorry, I stopped driving. Yeah, but I'll come there.
Okay. Yeah. You're
I am
back.
seated now. Now I can talk to you properly. I'm not driving anymore. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, going back to, sorry,
Uh-huh.
going back to our discussion
Yeah.
of, look, our approach is very clear. First decision we have to make is the design company
Yes.
decision. Then we have to make the decision on turnkey, whether we are going turnkey or not.
Mm-hmm.
And what we have at the moment, we have proposals from you. We have proposal from one, two. We have three other companies. We have proposal from Elephant Sculptures. You know them maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a proposal also from two other companies, and there is another company in Dubai. Also, they gave us their proposal. So at the moment, we have, I would say, not five, but three solid but in total we have 4 proposals, but three are really good proposals.
Yeah.
The fourth one is not very strong. The fifth proposals, we didn't like them because they're more of a equipment supplier. You know, the world of games. Is it the whole world of games, or it's called warehouse of
What
games?
games? No.
Warehouse of games. Yeah, they've also provided us with their proposal.
Warehouse of games. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
also, and they are ready to do a turnkey solution also, to work
Yeah.
with us and help
Yeah.
us to do a turnkey solution also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, even ASI had offered to do a turnkey solution also.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and then we have so from our end, we need, honestly, we need to make a decision
Yeah.
very soon on
Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
on the
you must. There's.
best way forward. Yeah, because Edward, you know it. You know, the company we do the design with
Mm-hmm.
now, given the timing issue, we will be very clear that yes, we will do the design with you, but it's not necessarily we are going to build with you. So we will need to go out to suppliers of the different elements
Yeah.
to do. Now, the reason we're not rushing to do that, just for you to be aware also, why
Mm-hmm.
it's important to have the right indicative budget, and why we were asking all the design companies to give us indicative budget of their designs, is
Yeah.
because we may not be willing to do this job by breaking it down to different suppliers.
Yeah.
And our preference is the one who design it should be the one who works on bringing in all the different suppliers and connecting everything together
Yeah. I
for us
understand.
according to that may be. So when I go to my board, I need to be able to maybe present all options, and I'm afraid they may come back to me and say, fine, it looks okay for you to go ahead and do a design with this company, okay, but if you're not sure you're going to continue with them, what is your plan B for
Yeah.
this?
Thanks.
Because,
Okay.
and this is why we're asking you for the budget numbers, because if we get your budget numbers at the right level, Edward, then when we go to our board, we are going to our board to
Yeah.
say, Finlandia is not a design company.
Mm-hmm.
Finlandia is the design and built. Okay?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
design and build.
Yeah.
It's not only design.
Yeah.
And when we say it's design and build, and we will give our board assurance that Finlandia
Yeah.
will make sure that what they don't manufacture, they bring from a third party.
Yeah.
They will make sure when what is brought from the third party is of good quality, is
Yeah.
certified for safety, has all the necessary international certificates and standards.
Yeah.
So this is why the importance of getting the budgetary figures right, Edward.
Yeah.
Because if the budgetary figures are not right, it's difficult for me to proceed with you on
Sure.
design only. Because if the board says, no, we don't like the idea for you to go on design only, we want you to go with the same company, design and build,
Okay.
then we will have a problem.
Yeah. Okay. Ahmed, let me just ask you a question about the quote of other design companies. I want to know that when they give you a quote, I don't know what is their total their total quote looks like, but if it's much lower than the quote we have given to you, I don't mean just the bowling alley. I mean everything. When it comes to the total, it's much lower. I want to ask you, do you trust they are able to actually deliver the project at such a price, at such an estimated cost? Because it happened a lot that when it's a design company who only fight for the design contract, they would not care so much about the budget for the customers. They would just give the customer a low cost, low quotation, low budget to make sure that they feel good about they feel more confident about their investment and choose to continue with the design. It happened a lot in China with the project ways. So always, almost always, that these budget that come from the design companies, they they exceed a lot of their original budget because the design companies they don't care so much about it. It's even their interest to give the customer a deliberately lower budget than the reality. So that's not what we do. And when we give you a budget, we tend to be more conservative. We might even over a little bit to give to you, but most we are doing our best to give you a reasonable estimate of this budget for a reasonable mistake like the bowling. Even I don't know yet what kind of is it a mistake or not, what kind of mistake, what kind of reason that have caused the mistake. But imagine we are doing the as some other design companies. Why don't we call like 2 million, 3 million? Tell you that your project will be the budget for the project, but it's not the best interest to win your project, right? What will be the customer in the end? The, don't even need at this.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Hello.
yeah, it's a look. Edward, you can, if you can look at your numbers
Yes.
and maybe come back to us. But it's going to be very difficult for us, honestly, very difficult for us to enter into a design contract only.
Yeah.
Yeah, with one company and then build with another company.
Yeah.
So because of the nature of the business, so we are happy. Look, to manage the cost more efficiently, I'm happy to take out all the works relating to flooring, relating to MEP,
Yeah.
relating to walls. We can take all that out and do it locally.
Okay. Yeah. That will be a
Okay.
lot easier. Yeah. For us. Yeah.
Yeah.
To give you
Yeah,
a
that can be done. Yeah, that can be done. Yeah, separately. But that's why I didn't discuss those elements, because those elements, if we don't believe your budget is in line with our expectations, we can do it with our local contractor. There is no
Yeah.
issue. But
Yeah.
the only concern we had was when we looked at the bowling equipment, it was more than double the numbers we have.
Okay.
So, and that is where we had a concern. And the other play areas, we have prices for different things. We have prices from different companies also, and even the overall doesn't get close to your number. Actually, the highest number, Edward, the highest number we got for the APC was around $2.8 million.
Is that for just a product or for everything?
That is for everything, excluding certain things, but it's not too much exclusions. It's actually, actually, I can say, other than CCTV system, security system, CCTV, and fire, the rest is almost included.
Okay. But you just said that it's okay for you to have a local contractor to do the MEP and the let's look at it now. The base construction.
No, but what I'm trying to tell you is this $2.8 million from a Chinese companies was including everything except the CCTV, except the fire system.
Okay, that's the point I wanted to mention to you. So do you truly believe that they can complete the project with a decent design, with at this quotation they give to you 2.8 million, it's less than 3. Complete everything, including this MEP, including the CCTV.
Yeah, we are looking at that now. We have our engineers because we have a local engineering company also. We do have. We have a local engineering company. So our engineers, our quantity surveyors, our interior designer are also looking at it to see what they can, what they can understand from that quotation, exactly what it includes in that quotation. And then we are comparing the play areas cost with the cost of those play areas we have received from other suppliers, because we have quotations from Europe, even we have quotations from Dubai, we have quotations from Turkey for the trampoline, for the ninja, so we do have prices for these different areas. And we are able to compare and say, yes, if you take out the MEP, you take out the construction works, the play area, this is the benchmark. This is the cost per square meter for the play area. Or this is the cost. So we do have these measures, these ideas, and we can benchmark to see where the difference in pricing is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying your design and their design is matching exactly the same. It will not match.
Yeah.
You may have recommended 1,000 square meter trampoline. Somebody may recommend 750 square meter trampoline.
Yeah.
You see, you may have allocated for the restaurant and the food area, maybe it's 500 square meter. Another one allocated 800 square meter. You see?
Yes.
So you don't have a mezzanine. Some they have mezzanine.
Okay.
Where they made the birthday party rooms in a top floor, mezzanine floor, which brings additional cost.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
Right.
yes, and some of them have how can I say, for example, that we remove the some of amusement rides that we don't believe they are relevant today. They are very old fashioned.
Yeah.
We remove them. Yes, yes. So definitely the proposals, Edward, are not exactly matching, and we're not comparing apples to apples, but you can benchmark. You can benchmark based on number of factors
Yeah.
and
You just
see
want to make some sense from these different quotations.
Yes, yes. To able to sense the quotations and to check, where do they stand? Yes.
Yes. Ahmed, I can imagine that how challenging this work can be for you to calculate this quotation from different design companies with a totally different design. And also very important is that at this stage of the design, there's only layout. There's not even 3D visual of the design. You don't even know what they will look like after the designs are finished. So I can imagine how challenging it is for you. But let me ask you a question. What is more important for your board, the cost or the final, like the design itself, not the design, or a nice project with a lot of appealing from the visitors? I know that of course people want both.
Edward,
Which one
Edward,
is
no,
more?
definitely. No, definitely. We want something good quality, unique, something special, something implemented and done properly that will add value to our business.
Yeah.
But we need to make sure that the basis of the cost and pricing of it
Yeah.
is also reasonable and in line to market price.
Yeah, I understand, but this process, this evaluation should be best done after the design is completed so that you can have a apple to apple comparison.
It's difficult because we don't have time, Edward. We don't have time.
Yeah.
We need to make a decision. Look, it's like it's a difficult one. I'm finding a wife to marry.
Yeah, I know. It's a dilemma now. I know.
Yes, I cannot say, let me, in this world, you cannot say, let me try the relationship and see if it will work. Here in this part of the world, you have to commit to go into the relationship before you try. Okay, it doesn't.
Okay.
There is no,
Yeah,
You get my
and
point? Because for religious, for cultural reasons, you have to take the risk.
yeah, Ahmed.
Yeah.
Um,
So we need to
actually,
partner. We need to find the right partner.
yes,
We are looking at all different factors,
yeah,
technical factors, qualitative factors, financial factors. We are
yeah,
looking at all this to determine who is the right partner for us. We can shake hand, and then we work together and move forward
yeah,
with the project. Then we will fine tune. We will fine tune the prices, the things as we go along. But we know when we started at the right level of understanding.
yeah,
But if we start very high
yeah,
at the beginning and
yeah,
we're expecting to go down to a big level, go down a lot, then we will
yeah,
have a difference of opinion in the middle of the project, which won't be healthy.
yeah,
So that's why it's important for us to align and to agree and to understand each other from the beginning.
yeah, yeah. I understand. Ahmed, it would be easy for me to just tell you that we can meet any budget you want for this project. For example, you said that someone quoted you 2.8 million. I can promise you, I can tell you that we can give you a design that meet even a lower budget, like 2.5 million US dollars for the FEC. Yeah, and it's not lying. I can actually give you a design and then finalize and then complete the project for you at such a kind of a price. If we just make simplify everything, make everything simple, use very basic products and make the decoration as simple as possible. Yeah, I can complete it maybe even under 2 million US dollars of the same
Yeah.
project. But I think a reasonable approach from us is this. I'm going to give you a quotation based on reasonably rich products, not the best of the best in the world, but a reasonable amount of products with nice design on the products themselves. That's okay. And then if we are to take the design job from you, we are how much you'd like to spend on the decoration and all of the base constructions. And based on your cost budget for that, we will create a design for you to be able to complete within this budget. So we will separate the cost of the product because for that, we can look deeper into that. We can talk to suppliers like Flying Bowling or everyone else to make sure that we get as accurate as possible of their quote. And then put into own calculation product. That it can be very accurate, but I promise you that the quote we will give to you is not for the based most basic product. It will be for a good product, reasonably good. Is that okay? And then for the cost of the constructions, contractors job, we will keep them tentative. We will not give you education. You that. What do you think?
I lost you the last 1 minute or so. I lost you. I think my data is very weak. If we put off maybe the camera, we can get better bandwidth.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
But
That's
please,
more.
Edward, if you can repeat, because I did not hear you properly the last 1 minute. I did not hear you properly the
Yeah.
last 1 minute, please.
Try it again. So did you hear what I said about the products? So we will calculate all of the cost of the products again, but not based on the cheapest, most basic product, but based on reasonably good products. Is that okay?
Okay. Yes, yes, that's a good approach. Yes.
And then for the construction, the contractor's work that include the base construction, the MEP, and the fit out, which means the decorations. We will just leave this area for yourself, leave them empty for you, so that you can decide how much you want to spend in this part of the job. You can spend 1 million, you can spend 2 million, or you can spend $500,000.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then if you award us with this design job, we promise you that in our design, we will based on our best knowledge, and also we will have a close communication with your people to find out what is the cost in the kata, and then we will create a design that allow you to complete your project within the budget. Is that okay?
That is okay. That is okay.
Yeah. So honestly, this is the best we can do, and it's the best any design company can do if they are honest with you about the budget, other than just giving you like a number out of their head and without taking any responsibilities.
No, because the others, what they have done, as I discussed, they are responsible because they are they understood the assignment was to design and to
Mhm.
build, and that's why they provided, and they were very clear. I mean, the cost is broken down, flooring based
Okay.
on this is the price and this is the base per square meter. Ceiling, this is the price based on per square meter, for example, so on, so on. So because you can estimate, we know if you want to do, a 5-star hotel, it will
Mm.
cost you X amount, $2,000, $3,000 per square meter. If you want to do a 3-star hotel, it's going to cost
Yeah.
you this much per square meter. So these benchmarks are there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they are useful to guide us at this initial stage as to what we think is a reasonable quotation and what we think it's a very expensive quotation for us. So
Yeah.
so I'm happy to look at the ideas you have suggested,
Yeah.
and but we need to move faster, Edward, because really we are in a difficult position in terms of timing. It's not in our
Sure.
favor,
Sure.
and the earlier we make a decision and appoint the partner with us,
Yeah.
the better for us and for our project and our mall. And
Yeah.
as you know, this is the first mall we're doing. We've got another 2,500
Yeah.
square meters in another mall
Yeah.
nearby. We have another space there for FEC. And
Yeah.
then we've got another mall which also has a bigger space for FEC. So this we are not a one project company.
Yes.
We will have opportunity to do more projects, but it's important for us to find the right partner, because if we find the right
Yeah.
partner now, it will
Sure.
help us with the future projects also.
Sure. Sure. Definitely. Okay, Ahmed, we will work in the weekend to complete the quotation about these products. We will review all of these quotations with our own team and the suppliers we talked to make sure that we get the most reliable numbers for you as much as we can at this moment. And then about the cost of the construction, we will also share with you some benchmark. For example, show you this. I want to explain to you about this. Are you still able to see the screen sharing?
Yes, but nothing is open yet. Yes, I can see the.
Yeah. Okay. So you see, here's a video from one project which we use as a benchmark of a high cost. You see, there are a lot of decorations, and not just the product. There are a lot of the screen, a lot of decoration, a lot of LED screens, a lot of light, and we will use this as a high benchmark, high cost benchmark. And then we will use another project like this one. That's a project in Riyadh. I don't know if you have seen it. It's a one news project. And this one decoration cost is much lower than the one I have just shown you, but still it is good.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this one is typically a medium to lower cost decoration, and we can use it as another benchmark. So by giving you these benchmarks or some ideas about the construction and the decoration cost to expect from our designs, then you can choose which one you want to pick, the higher one or the lower one. Is that okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
That is okay. Thank you.
All of this work in the weekend and send it to you before Monday. Does that sound good?
That sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah. Thank you, Edward.
Yeah. And then Ahmed, I want to go through with you also quickly. Do you have any other questions about the cost of the products? Anything that raise your concern, just like this the body? One thing that I think you might feel quite expensive is the carting.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I want to give you an explanation of this. That's based on a design of a 3D go-kart track, which means it's like a 3D maze. It goes up and down. It goes over the track, goes over another track. So it's like there will be overpass. It will be a 3D go-kart track. If you don't want that, if you want the cost to be lower, if you think that a flat track is good enough for you, the price can be, I think, less than half of this, because of the cost building this. You understand what I mean? So
Yes, yes. No, no, no. Yeah. No,
yeah,
no.
that's
We would.
why
No, no. What? Yeah.
that's
No, we
why I
find this
that
definitely. That is one of the items. That is one of the items we highlighted as well. But in terms of what is our option or what is our preference, we definitely prefer to go forward with the 3D option.
okay, okay.
As long
So
as we then get to
I
a point
understand.
where we get it at the right price. Yes.
Okay, we will keep it this way then. So I just
Yes.
wanted to
Yes.
plan to use this as an example to explain to you that before you actually have this design, it's really hard to understand why there's a difference between these different quota of different items. But we will try to do our best to explain to you, okay, with our new proposal.
That sounds good. That sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. And then I think that's about it for the meeting today. But
Yes. Yes.
yeah, before the end of it, I just wanted to reassure you that we have given you this proposal, and our designer is out of 100% sincerity of working with you, and we are gonna be 100% transparent with you about
Thank you.
all of the information between us. And if there's any, you have any concerns, and if there's anything that doesn't seem right for you, please just let us know. I guarantee you that there's a reasonable explanation, because it's just that this industry, the IPEC industry in particular, comes to a cost design, there can be a lot of variation make it really to very active for that to explain to you.
Sorry, I was not hearing you for a minute. The line was cutting.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we can continue our discussion if you have any questions on the WhatsApp.
No, thank you.
But
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we will go ahead and continue
Thank
our
you.
work. Yeah.
Thank you. We look forward to hear from you. Thank you. Thank you.
We'll talk again. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.